Welcome back. Last time on Assassin's Creed Brotherhood, we arrived at our destination. Turns out, it's Monteregioni. The place seems empty. Lucy says it's one of the last safe houses that they know of in Italy. Weirdly, not somewhere that the Abstergo Templars would check. Either way, we try to make it into the sanctuary so that we can avoid radio wave detection. However, the bookshelf that Ezio closed is still locked, and so we must go underground and backtrack the way that the villagers got out. In doing so, we use our newfound assassin skills. With the help of Lucy, we do make it to the back side of the bookcase and open it so that the rest of the team can get into the sanctuary. Although we get into the sanctuary, Rebecca doesn't have enough power to support the Animus, so they use Ezio, of all people, to go and hook up some little devices that will allow Rebecca to gain more power to support the Animus. After this, we do a little talking with the team and jump back in. And that is where we left off. And that is where we will start this episode.
Calmatevi. The pain will end soon.
Where have you brought me?
Nowhere, Messere. A man left you here.
Did he say anything?
Only this. You are to meet Messer Machiavelli in front of the Mausoleo di Augusto. Let me help you get dressed.
The same man who brought me here gave me these clothes?
Si, Messere.
Roma, January 1500.
Roma.
Yes. Or what is left of it since the Borgia came to power.
And the mausoleo?
Unfortunately, you cannot see it from here.
How about from the top of that church?
Yes, but the stairs up are closed.
That should not be a problem. Vi ringrazio di tutto quello che avete fatto per me, buona donna. Addio.
Sequence 2, A Wilderness of Tigers. As good as new. Find a doctor to heal the wounds from the villa attack, then climb the church tower to locate the Mausoleo di Augusto. And this one we get some additional requests. This one we do not drop below 1 health. And a database entry, the Mura Aureliane. Enclosing all the 7 hills of Rome, this line of city walls was built during the reigns of Emperor Aurelian and Emperor Probus from 271 to 275. It served as a deterrent against raiding clans of barbarians who liked to strike poorly defended suburbs and villages. In 545, during the Gothic War, Totila, king of Ostrogoths, destroyed much of the walls in an attempt to reduce the Byzantines' ability to defend the city. And that's what's wrong with Goths today. Too much makeup, not enough village raising. Roma. Evidence suggests a human presence in the area of Rome for at least 10,000 years. The mythology of early Rome tells us that the city was founded by Romulus, who was raised in a cave with his brother Remus by a she-wolf. Apparently, the two infant boys took their nourishment from her teat. A story like that must be true, right? Archaeological evidence supports that Rome did in fact grow from pastoral settlements on Colle Palatino, the future site of the Roman Forum, upon which there are several caves. Eventually, the Republic of Rome was founded in c. 510 BCE. The successful and wealthy Republic gave birth to the Imperial Roman Empires, c. 27 BCE, which were sprawling territories ruled by succeeding emperors. When the empire fell in 476 and the Roman Catholic Church took power in 756, Rome continued to be both an economic and cultural powerhouse in Europe. In the mid-14th century, Florence surpassed Rome as the epicenter of the Italian Renaissance. This irked the papacy to no end, so they set about spending vast amounts of money and resources, commissioning architects and artists to create masterworks in an effort to bring the focus back to Rome. The result of this vanity-driven ambition was an unmatched creative and scientific output that is still marveled over today. It's safe to say that Rome is historically one of the most important cities in Western history, and arguably the world. Okay, well, let's go find us a doctor.
I need to...
But first, the Porta Setimiana. In the Middle Ages, the Via Recta left through this gate, leading to the Tavir, the Tiber River, port in Travestavir. It was restored at the beginning of the 15th century and again in 1498, when Pope Alexander VI wanted to give it a more military feel, right before Caesar marched out of the Vatican to attack Romagna and the Villa Auditore.
Find the doctor.
I feel like in Ezio's condition, riding a horse would not do him any good, so we'll skip it and walk to the doctor.
Ah, my arm!
Aqua Virgina, named partially for the virgin waters that flow through its channels, and a myth that 30 Roman soldiers asking for water were led by a beautiful young girl to the source springs. How they knew she was a virgin is pretty self-evident. The Aqua Virgin is the most famous water source in Rome. Its springs provide the Trevi Fountain, the Villa Borghese, the north and south fountains of the Piazza Navona, and the fountains of Piazza del Popolo, with their waters, none of which you will get to see because they were all built in the mid-16th century. Considered to be some of the best drinking water in the world, Romans and visitors line up to fill containers from the fountains. Although after a 2007 construction accident that halted the Virgin's flow temporarily, and the chemical cocktail distilled daily in the Trevi fountain to keep it clean, I'd stick to tea.
Oh, that hurts. Salute. I require medicine.
Let me look. Someone your age cannot recover from a wound like this with medicine. Here is something to dull the pain. You will heal over time.
Grazie.
4 out of 5 doctors would suggest leeches, but they have not proven effective against such things. However, I can recommend several good colleagues around the city. Do you need anything else?
Air for all.
And it looks like some of our abilities have been restored, which is good.
Break something, the idiots. Ride bene chi ride ultimo.
Someone my age. Imbecile.
Due to the recent resurgence of La Malaria in the Campo Marzio, restoration and cleaning work will be temporarily...
Trinita di Monte, best known for presiding over the Spanish Steps, which lead down into the Piazza di Spagna. Construction of this church was completed in the early 1500s. Both the building and surrounding areas are property of the French state, who commissioned the project in celebration of their successful invasion of Naples. A very short-lived victory.
My back.
What's the point of this Danza del Diablo?
Oh no, more feathers. We'll collect them later.
Gone out that a peasant is resisting arrest. We will show him how things operate under the Borgia.
Machiavelli can wait.
I was just admiring our brand new clothes, but I kind of wonder who helped them, who helped Ezio out getting him to Rome and gave him all these things. The only person I can think of would be Machiavelli, but I guess we'll see. Piazza di Spagna, the future site of the famously peculiar Piazza di Spagna, the public expanse at the front of the Spanish Steps, is shaped as an elongated triangle rather than a square, named after the Spanish embassy to the Holy See. The piazza became one of Rome's most popular meeting places. Notably, the Romantic poet John Keats spent his final hours in a flat overlooking the piazza. A thing of beauty is a joy forever, except when you're about to die of tuberculosis.
Glory of God should present themselves at the nearest papal mass. The campaign in Romagna goes so splendidly. Various regimenti have already been sent home, laden with plunder. Sua Signoria Cesare Borgia has also awarded much I hope the guard don't suspect. To those of his valiant men who choose to remain. Don't miss your chance.
It's really cool seeing all the new aesthetics and the updated graphics and whatnot of this game compared to the last. It seems to be a little bit more lively than the last. Not too much, but yeah, still. It's like we're a little too close to our target. That's alright, I'm just gonna blend right in here. I did like on the first game that when you went into with the monks to blend with them, you walked with them, and on the second game we just kind of had to walk like ourselves. And it's not necessarily because I'm lazy and I just don't want to press a button, but your guy walks faster than the normal people on the game. That was okay. Am I going through a crowd? What's going on? So it's hard to, you're like tapping the button. Oh, okay, here we go. Piazza del Popolo. The future site of the famous Piazza del Popolo. In the early 15th century, the piazza was merely the continuation of the Via Flaminia. As a result, it was most travelers' first view of Rome upon arrival. The powers that be eventually decided they'd rather the first impression of Rome be a little more impressive than a muddy expanse, so they set about building the beautiful square as it is today. Okay, so just a quick pause. A quick Google search would show us what the piazza looks like today. It's a large open area with an obelisk in the center surrounded by some fountains. A very, very pretty looking area. But since they didn't show it and it's just that platform, I figured I'd give you the chance to see it.
Was beautiful.
She was, until that porco defiled her. I wish he'd just killed her. I wish he'd just killed La Mia Amata. People who saw her grow up cheered when he spat on her. Smiles on their faces when her neck...
I understand.
How can you? My Livia was innocent.
I have lost family to the rope, to treachery.
Il Carnefice watches from his home on the hill above. He threatens to hang me if I cut her rope.
Il Carnefice lives on the hill overlooking the gallows. Locate and kill him. For full synchronization, we are to kill the target with the hidden blade. That doesn't seem too hard. Let's try it.
When you are ready, take her down. I will deal with Il Carnefice.
Il Carnefice. Date of birth 1473. Profession executioner. There's nothing in the history books about Il Carnefice, so I did a little digging in Abstergo's mainframe. Here's what I found. A natural ally for the Borgia, Il Carnefice kills to the roar of an approving crowd. The other small piece of information I could dig up is that he fancies himself as some sort of twisted artist. I guess that explains the crowd bit. I wonder if he does tricks while performing executions, or it's all in the subtle way he pulls the lever. Now to confront Il Carnefice. Alright, we gotta make it up the hill, so I'm gonna skip us getting up there. Okay, so we've made it to his residence. Let's take him out.
Work down there.
Not my best.
Requiescat in pace.
Now, on him!
I also end up killing all the guards in this process as well, leaving none of Il Carnefice's friends alive. On our way to Machiavelli, we see a sign and examine it. It's a doctor. To renovate this medical shop costs 650 florins. Medicine and poisons can be bought inside. Doctors with mobile carts will be available in Rome around renovated medical shops. So it appears that we can buy shops, and when we do, the medical community will spawn in proximity. Interesting. We'll have to do that later.
Ezio, what a surprise to see you here.
I thought you had sent for me.
Never. News of the Villa attack has spread across the city. We were certain that you were dead.
Not yet. I am still very much alive.
The Borgia must not discover that you escaped them.
New man in town. Accompany Machiavelli through Rome, encountering dangers along the way. To get full synchronization, we must throw the Borgia captain into the scaffold to kill him.
Follow me. Take care not to draw any undue attention.
Mausoleo di Augusto. If you were anyone of importance in Rome and died between 24 BCE and 98 CE, you were buried in here. Occupied by the Colonna family in the Middle Ages, the mausoleo was fortified and converted into part of the Castle Sant'Angelo. Yes, they lived with dead people. After the humiliating defeat of the Commune of Rome in 1167, the Colonna family was disgraced and banished from the city, and their fortifications was dismantled. After the family was allowed back into Rome and spent the duration of the Renaissance feuding with the rival Orsini family, if this teaches us anything, it's that if you want to get rid of someone, hang them, because banishment is far too temporary.
When do I ever?
You would be wise to purchase missing equipment. You will not live long in Roma without supplies.
I have my blade.
And the guards have their guns, courtesy of the Borgia. Fortunately, I can help you.
Grazie.
While you are in my debt, perhaps you will listen to reason.
As soon as I hear some, I will let you know.
Just last month, the Visconti bought 300...
The blacksmith's entry is the same, so I skipped it. Now we can buy our stiletto and shoulder spalders.
Then, now you can survive the journey back to Firenze.
Perhaps. But I'm not going to Firenze.
Oh.
There will be no peace until we rise up against the entire Borgia family and the Templars who serve them.
I do not recall such brave talk at Monteriggioni.
How could I have known that they would find me so quickly? That they would kill Mario?
Rodrigo surrounds himself with snakes and murders. Even his daughter Lucrezia has been sharpened into one of his most artful weapons. But she pales in comparison to the man behind the villa attack. He is ambitious, ruthless, and cruel beyond imagining. The laws of men mean nothing to him. He murdered his own brother to take power. He knows neither danger nor fatigue. Those who do not fall by his sword clamor to join his ranks. The powerful Orsini and Colonna families have been brought to kneel at his feet. The King of France stands at his side.
Give me his name.
Cesare, head of the papal armies. What does he intend to do with his power? What drives the man? That I still do not know. But Ezio, Cesare has set his sights on all of Italia, and at this rate he will have it.
Is that admiration I hear in your voice?
He knows how to exercise his will. A rare virtue in the world today.
The Archidiacono has approved my father's new position.
Ti prego, Dio, fa che Cesare non scopra.
Is that parcel tongue I hear? Perhaps it's the horse's butt.
It was nice of the Archie.
Should we not travel by horse? Roma is quite large.
As Cesare's conquests in Romagna continue to succeed, and the Borgia grow in power, they have taken desirable areas of the city for themselves. We cannot use the stables here.
Oh, the will of the Borgia is law now?
What are you implying, Ezio?
Do not play dumb with me, Machiavelli.
Do you have some kind of plan?
I am improvising.
Alright, so this is... kill the Borgia captain. Okay, this is the one we gotta throw into the scaffold to kill. Borgia captain entering La Capo di Grazi's territory. Kill him to remove the Borgia influence over this area.
Like I was with you. Andiamo! Forza ragazzi! We have it now!
This dude on the horse is pretty hard to defend against. Well, till we drop his horse, I guess. If you'd like to come with me, sir, I need to throw you into the scaffold. Ow! Stop!
Come on then! We have Borgia!
Grab him, Ezio!
Come on then! We have Borgia!
And there. Oh, that didn't work. Alright, we gotta try it again.
Come on then! We have...
It's so hard. There we go. Okay, nothing happened. Go back to Machiavelli.
Just because you kill a few guards does not mean the people will grant access to the stables.
You are right. We need to send a signal. Wait here.
Okay, ignite the Borgia tower. I guess that's a signal. I don't understand how that would change the people's minds. To tell everyone that there's no Borgia captain around, the influence is gone, that's what that means, and people know it. I don't know about that, but I guess we'll go along with it. Brother, I promise that you've never seen me before. Put that crossbow away. Yeah, you see what happens? Oh gosh, not again. Dude. And goodbye. He probably lived. Oh, I'm on the wrong building. Alright. Oh, that's rough. 100% would have died in real life. At least they give me some ladders. Get up this thing real quick.
It seems the stable is now available for purchase.
After you.
Well, unfortunately, that's about all the time I have for this video, so we'll end up going to the next episode and start right here where we left off.